The neon glow of the Las Vegas Strip, which has hummed with the electric energy of purple lights and roaring fan chants for the past week, suddenly feels heavy and hollow today, May 30th, 2026. As the sun rises over the desert horizon, a palpable sense of grief has descended upon the city. The reason is simple, yet devastating for the millions who have flocked here. BTS is leaving. The global icons, who transformed this desert oasis into a thriving ecosystem of music, art, and unity, have officially checked out of their residency, signaling the end of an era that will be etched into pop culture history forever. For the ARMY, this isn't just a departure. It is an emotional earthquake, a moment of profound transition that has left fans in a state of bittersweet longing, clutching their light sticks as the realization sets in that the streets will no longer echo with their presence. The scene at the private terminal was a study in controlled chaos. Thousands of fans gathered behind barricades hours before the scheduled departure, their faces etched with a cocktail of emotions: gratitude, heartbreak, and a desperate, lingering hope for one last wave. As the sleek silver aircraft waited on the tarmac, the silence was occasionally broken by muffled sobs or the soft, collective humming of Spring Day. An unofficial anthem for moments like this. There is a deep, intrinsic bond between the 7 members and their global fan base, a connection that transcends geography and language. Today, that bond was on full display, visible in the tear-streaked faces of fans who had traveled across oceans to witness history. Every movement, every subtle shift in the airport terminal felt monumental. As the members made their way toward the aircraft, there was a brief, poignant moment where the distance between the stage and the reality of their departure collapsed, leaving everyone breathless. Watching the sequence of events unfold feels like witnessing a living, breathing narrative, one where every single detail holds the potential to shift the entire landscape of their future trajectory. You must watch until the very last frame of this sequence because one small, seemingly insignificant detail in this moment can change everything we know about their next chapter. The members themselves looked visibly moved. RM, always the steadfast leader, paused for an extra beat before boarding, turning back one last time to survey the sea of purple, his expression a mixture of profound humility and unspoken promise. Jin, with his characteristic grace, offered a final, heartfelt wave that seemed to encapsulate his journey from a young trainee to a world-renowned superstar, his eyes reflecting the weight of the memories they collectively created in this city. Suga, usually stoic, offered a rare, lingering gaze toward the crowd, a testament to how deeply the energy of this tour had impacted him personally. J-Hope and Jimin, the group's dynamic dancers, walked with their arms linked, a gesture that spoke volumes about their unwavering support for one another through the highs and lows of global superstardom. V, ever the artist, seemed to be soaking in the atmosphere, his calm demeanor hiding a deep appreciation for the fans who have been the bedrock of their success. Jungkook, the youngest, who grew up before the eyes of the world, looked back with a maturity that underscored how much these experiences have shaped his soul. Their departure is not merely a logistical movement from one city to another. It is a symbolic pivot, a closing of a massive chapter that saw them conquer the most iconic stages in the world. The impact of their residency has been seismic, not just for the music industry, but for the economic and cultural fabric of Las Vegas itself. Hotels, restaurants, and local businesses have all been operating on a frequency tuned to the rhythms of BTS, and now, as the purple lights dim, the city must recalibrate to a reality without them. As the aircraft engines began to roar to life, the collective intake of breath from the crowd was audible. This was the moment the reality hit. The sheer scale of their influence is staggering, yet in this specific moment, it all boiled down to 7 individuals leaving behind a city that had become their temporary home. The intensity of the fans' reactions underscores just how vital these artists are to their lives. They aren't just selling records, they are providing a sense of community, a lifeline for those who feel marginalized, and a beacon of hope that shines brighter than any neon light on the strip. As the plane taxied down the runway, thousands of phones illuminated the night like a constellation of stars, a final glowing tribute to the group that changed everything. The sheer devotion on display is unmatched, a testament to the power of authentic connection in a digital age. The departure is being tracked by fans globally, with social media platforms flooded with tributes, nostalgic clips, and messages of support. It is a digital wake of sorts, a shared experience that connects people in Tokyo, Seoul, London, and New York. The scale of the influence of BTS is truly global, and their departure from Las Vegas serves as a reminder of their reach. They have managed to bridge the gap between East and West, creating a cultural dialogue that is unprecedented. Every fan present today, and every fan watching from afar, feels that they have lost a piece of their daily routine, a source of comfort that they have relied upon for years. This is why the emotional toll is so high. It is a forced separation from a source of joy. As the plane finally ascended into the night sky, disappearing into the clouds, the crowd didn't disperse. They stayed, huddled together, sharing stories, exchanging tears, and affirming the bond that will keep them together long after the music stops. This moment, as final as it feels, is just the beginning of the next wave of their influence. The second half of this departure is where the narrative takes a turn toward the future, revealing the deeper implications of their recent experiences. While the world watched the plane disappear, the inner circles of the industry were already buzzing with speculation about what the post-Las Vegas era holds for RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook. Each member has spent their time here not just performing, but actively curating their future artistic paths. We've seen them in late-night sessions, in quiet moments away from the cameras, and in the intense preparation that defines their work ethic. The departure from Las Vegas is the culmination of a period of reflection. For the fans, this isn't just a goodbye to a city. It's a goodbye to the version of BTS that existed inside that city, and a preparation for the inevitable evolution that is coming. The transition is marked by a maturity that suggests they are ready to explore new musical territories, and that small hidden detail we saw at the airport, a brief, private exchange between the members and their creative team, hints at a project that could redefine their impact once again. The resilience of this group has always been their defining characteristic. Through every challenge, every period of scrutiny, and every high-pressure deadline, they have remained tethered to their core identity. This departure from Las Vegas serves as a period of incubation. History shows that whenever BTS steps away from the limelight, they return with something that shatters expectations. The fans, often referred to as the most dedicated force in modern music, understand this rhythm. They know that the void left by their departure is not a sign of absence, but a sign of creation. The emotional intensity of today is a testament to the depth of their influence, but it also signals a profound loyalty that will persist regardless of the distance. As the members head toward their next destination, the speculation is already mounting, but the true fans know that the mystery is part of the appeal. We are looking at a group that has moved beyond the label of pop stars. They have become a cultural phenomenon that dictates trends, influences fashion, shapes economic activity, and most importantly, drives a global conversation about self-worth and mental health. Their departure from Las Vegas is a reminder that they are human, subject to the same need for rest, reflection, and rejuvenation as anyone else. Yet, their humanity is exactly what makes them so accessible and beloved. They don't hide their exhaustion or their sentimentality. They wear it openly, which invites the fans to do the same. This is the secret to their longevity. It's the authenticity that radiates through every interview and every performance. As they look toward the next stage of their career, they carry the experiences of the last week with them, memories that will undoubtedly influence the sonic and visual aesthetics of their upcoming work. The logistical undertaking of a departure of this magnitude is staggering, but it was executed with the same precision that characterizes their performances. Every detail, from the security protocols to the timing of their exit, was calculated to ensure their safety while respecting the fervor of the fans. The way they acknowledged the crowd, even in their haste to depart, was a masterclass in PR and genuine appreciation. It confirmed what the world already knows. BTS never takes their position for granted. They understand that their success is a collaborative effort between themselves and the ARMY. This mutual respect is the cornerstone of their legacy. As the news of their departure ripples through the industry, it is clear that they are leaving a vacuum that no other artist can fill. They have set a standard for what a global tour can be, blending spectacle with intimacy in a way that feels organic and deeply impactful. The aftermath of this departure will be studied for years to come. It will be seen as a pivot point, a moment where a massive cultural force paused to catch its breath before launching into the next phase of its evolution. The fans who were there today will tell their stories for decades, passing down the memory of this emotional goodbye to new generations of listeners. That is the nature of their influence. It is self-sustaining, growing and evolving in tandem with their art. As the dust settles in Las Vegas and the city tries to return to a sense of normalcy, the echoes of their music and the memory of their presence will linger. It was a week that didn't just showcase their musical talent. It solidified their place in history as artists who transcended the confines of their medium to touch the lives of millions. As we look toward the future, it is worth remembering that BTS has never been afraid to take risks. Their journey has been defined by their willingness to challenge themselves and their listeners. This departure is simply another step on that path. Whatever they have planned next, it will undoubtedly be influenced by the energy and the love they received here in the desert. They aren't just leaving, they are preparing to return in a way that will likely be even more impactful. The cycle of their career is one of constant growth, and we are privileged to be witnesses to it. The tears shed today were real, but they were also a celebration of what has been, and a hopeful anticipation of what is to come. The story of BTS is far from over. In fact, the most compelling chapters might just be the ones they are about to write. As the world turns its attention to their next move, one thing is certain. The world will be watching, waiting, and ready to be moved once again. Keep your eyes on the horizon, because if history has taught us anything, it is that they are always orchestrating something spectacular. As the last echoes of the ARMY World Tour in Las Vegas fade into the desert night, the departure of RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook marks more than just a logistical shift. It signals the conclusion of a cultural phenomenon that has redefined the standards of live entertainment. The sheer magnitude of the BTS-nomics effect, which generated billions in economic impact during their residency, stands as a testament to their unparalleled influence. But for the ARMY, the value lies beyond the data. It is found in the collective healing that has occurred within the walls of the Allegiant Stadium, a sanctuary where fans, who have navigated years of hiatus and individual pursuits, found their rhythm again alongside the 7 members who never stopped believing in the power of their connection. The intensity of this moment, as they move toward the next leg of their journey, is magnified by the shared history between the group and their audience. This is not the BTS of 2022, burdened by the uncertainty of a looming hiatus. This is a more mature, refined version of the group that has returned from individual growth to re-solidify their collective strength. Every note sung, every transition in choreography, and every candid interaction between members on stage felt like an affirmation of their enduring bond. The ARMY Tour represents a homecoming, a realization that despite the years of separation, the 7 remain the strongest configuration of their artistic existence. The visual of the members, exhausted yet radiating a quiet sense of accomplishment, leaving the city, is a snapshot of an evolution in progress. While the world focuses on their departure, the industry is already shifting its gaze toward what comes next. The strategic brilliance of their recent performances suggests a deliberate, meticulous approach to their post-comeback era. They have managed to bridge the gap between their foundational sound and a new, more experimental musical identity, ensuring that their legacy continues to resonate across borders. For the fans who were present and the millions watching through the lens of digital media, the departure is a reminder that BTS is not just a musical act, but a mirror reflecting the aspirations and struggles of a global generation. The weight of their influence is heavy, yet they carry it with a grace that continues to defy expectation. The finality of the Las Vegas exit is tempered by the knowledge of what awaits them. A global tour that is slated to span through 2027. This isn't a farewell. It's a heartbeat in a larger rhythm. The anticipation for the upcoming stops in Kuala Lumpur and beyond underscores the insatiable demand for their presence. Yet, even as they scale these new heights, the focus remains on the integrity of their message. The Arirang album itself, rooted in themes of identity, longing, and love, has served as a narrative thread binding these performances together. As they ascend into the sky, leaving behind the neon of the strip, they are carrying the dreams of a fan base that is more galvanized and unified than perhaps ever before. The true significance of this moment lies in the resilience of their narrative. They have survived the pressures of the most competitive industry on Earth and have returned with a renewed purpose. The Arirang era is not merely a tour, it is a declaration of permanence in a world of fleeting trends. As they transition to their next destination, the conversation surrounding BTS continues to evolve, shifting from the logistics of their tour to the deeper, more profound impact of their music on the global stage. This is the hallmark of true icons, their ability to not only command attention, but to sustain it through a complex, years-long journey that respects the intelligence and the passion of their listeners. As the sun sets on the Las Vegas residency, the legacy of these performances remains firmly planted in the soil of the desert, a reminder that wherever BTS goes, they bring a culture of excellence and a spirit of togetherness that transcends the physical space they occupy. The next chapter is already being written, and if the intensity of this past week is any indication, it will be a period of unprecedented artistic expansion. The world waits, with bated breath, for the next movement in the symphony they have spent over a decade composing. The departure is simply the closing of one door, to reveal a wider, more expansive horizon. The transition into the next chapter of the Arirang World Tour is characterized by a strategic expansion that hints at deeper, more complex storytelling. As the group moves away from the immediate, high-octane environment of Las Vegas, the focus shifts toward the artistic maturation of each individual member within the collective. We are seeing a synthesis of their solo experiences: Jin's vocal evolution, RM's lyrical depth, Suga's production brilliance, J-Hope's choreographic precision, Jimin's emotive stage presence, V's aesthetic direction, and Jungkook's global reach, all converging into a unified, more sophisticated soundscape. This is the BTS 2.0 that many have theorized about, and it is proving to be even more formidable than the original. The emotional resonance of their departure is not just for the fans, it reflects the deep internal shift within the members themselves. The experience of the Arirang tour has served as a catalyst for their artistic growth, forcing them to confront the challenges of a rapidly changing music landscape while staying true to their identity. This balance is difficult to maintain, yet they have done so with remarkable consistency. The small detail that might have changed everything, the quiet, private moments of reflection observed behind the scenes during this tour, are the building blocks of their future trajectory. These instances of humanity, away from the roaring crowds, are where the next evolution of their sound is being forged. Furthermore, the global nature of this tour is unprecedented. By spanning continents and cultural contexts, they are diversifying their influence in ways that ensure their longevity. The logistical complexity of this tour, particularly as it moves toward the Southeast Asian leg, demonstrates a mastery of global market engagement that few, if any, other artists possess. They are not merely performing, they are building a bridge that connects their music to a broader, more diverse audience. The response from fans in Malaysia and beyond, who are already preparing for the upcoming dates, reflects the global reach of their message. This is no longer just a regional or even a pop culture event, it is a global movement that continues to gain momentum with every city they touch. The final takeaway from this departure is the importance of the Arirang concept itself. It is a symbol of their roots and their evolution, the convergence of their Korean identity with their global status. By centering their comeback around this theme, they have reclaimed their narrative in a way that is both intellectually satisfying and emotionally powerful. As they continue to move through the world, they are effectively carrying their culture with them, turning every stadium they perform in into a space of cross-cultural dialogue. This is the genius of their current strategy. It turns every show into a landmark event, not just for the music, but for the shared experience of the culture they represent. In the end, the departure from Las Vegas is just one point on a much larger, more ambitious map. As the members disperse to their next destinations, the world is left with the lingering impact of their presence. They have set a standard for what is possible in the modern age of entertainment, proving that authentic connection, combined with unparalleled dedication to craft, can conquer any challenge. The path ahead is uncharted, but the momentum they have gathered is unstoppable. The ARMY remains the constant, the heartbeat that fuels their progress, and as they head toward the next leg of the tour, the energy is not dissipating, it is intensifying. The story of BTS, which began as a small, aspirational dream, has grown into a global force that is fundamentally shaping the future of music and culture. And we are just getting started.